Before you move to Vietnam, watch this first. My name is Nick. I make videos every damn day about traveling. I have lived in Vietnam for 3 months. And so today I want to talk about what you need to do before moving to Vietnam. I personally did not have the greatest experience in Vietnam, so I don't think I will be ever moving there permanently. But would I go back? Possibly. Possibly. Maybe. But here are some things that you want to know if you are considering moving to Vietnam. One would be visit before you go. Don't go to a country blind. Make sure that you have visited at least once, checked out a couple of cities, and got a feel for the area before moving there. But aside from that, you want to have the correct visa. You want to have an e-visa, either for 90 days or a work visa. You need to obtain international health insurance. You need to gather required documents, and criminal record check. And then you need to book some short-term housing and plan to visit apartments in person. Um, Getting into the nitty-gritty of all those things, like the visa and the official documentation. Like I said, you do need the e-visa. You can do one, you can do the tourist visa for up to 90 days because there's so much time you can take to transfer that into a different visa, or a lot of people do border runs. It's a little bit of a process, but the government kind of encourages it to a degree. They don't discourage it for sure, but a lot of people who live there will just do the 90 days, go to a different country, Cambodia, for a couple of hours, and then come back to Vietnam. You can do the business visa that does require sponsorship from a company, or you can do the work visa. Obviously, you need the work permit. You want to gather your documents, prepare your passport, make sure that it has at least 12 months on it and the proper amount of pages for the visa stamps. You want to have your passport size photos, you usually need a few of those, and you do need a criminal record check if you are planning to stay long term, like through a work visa. If you have a work permit and you're working for a local company, your employer needs to initiate the work permit process in advance. Two, in terms of the financial and health preparation, make sure you get international health insurance. You can secure coverage in Vietnam, they have really high quality private hospitals, and you can just pay out of pocket a lot of times. Banking, you want to inform your bank that you're moving and consider services like Wise or Standard Charter, anything like that for international transfers. So those are easier. And of course, you need a budget. So save for that initial expense to move. You might need, maybe like 3 months of rent up front. You might need to pay a security deposit, all of that stuff. So make sure that you have enough money before you get there. In terms of the housing and like settling in, your initial costs, you probably want to book a hotel or Airbnb for the first 2 to 4 weeks, and then you want to go view apartments in person. A lot of things are not what they say online, so you really want to make sure that you go see things, make sure there's no mold, the water pressure is good, the noise in the area works for you. Once you choose an apartment, I would say come back at different times to see what it's like at different hours of the day. You want to identify the neighborhoods you want to live in, right? So you got to research that. Is it going to be Ho Chi Minh City? Is it going to be Hanoi or Da Nang? Which cities are you most likely to feel the most comfortable in? I personally lived in Ho Chi Minh City in District 9. I didn't love it, but it could be really great, especially if you have children. If you have kids, that is a fantastic place to live. There's a lot there. It's really safe, and it's easy to walk. It's one of the more walkable neighborhoods in Ho Chi Minh City, and there's lots of things to do for children. In terms of packing and personal prep, make sure that you are talking to your doctor before you leave. Be aware of like air pollution and things like that. Get your medications in order. Although medications are very affordable in Vietnam, so even if most things you'll probably be able to get over the counter, you probably won't even need a prescription. In terms of what to pack, like I said, medications, professional clothing if you need that, decent sized shoes. Large shoes are very hard to find in Vietnam. People are typically a little bit smaller, although that is changing. Younger people are getting taller and bigger, but larger sizes of everything a little bit harder to find. If you go to Uniqlo, you might be okay. Go to a big major international brand, but still, it might be a little bit challenging. Bring electronics, small electronics that you really need, but you can find a lot of these things on like Shopee and Lazada. You can get pretty much anything in the country. If you are a person of color and you require certain types of skincare, and hair care, you do want to bring those because that's going to be challenging to find. In terms of the language, you want to start learning some basic Vietnamese to help with like your daily interactions. It will go a long way. And although if people are over 30, they might probably do not know English, and that's where you're going to really need the Vietnamese. But if you are under 30, there has been a big push in terms of education to learn English. So a lot of people who are young speak English, and so you won't really have that problem, but it's just something to note. And then make sure you get a SIM card. That's pretty essential, and you download, of course, the essential apps. So pretty straightforward things that you need to do before you move to Vietnam. Of course, it all starts with research. Don't just look on TikTok. Make sure you are doing the work yourself and figuring out things that you need to do. All right, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I post every damn day, even when I don't want to. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Real quick before you leave, if you enjoyed this video and you like this kind of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'm really building this channel for people who want honest conversations about traveling, living abroad, financial freedom, and just figuring life out outside the box. I'm not your average guy. I occupy quite a lot of identities that are not mainstream. My perspective gives a unique outlook that doesn't always get a voice in popular media, and I appreciate anyone open to hearing my voice, knowledge, and experience. So if that's your vibe, subscribe, join the community, and let's keep exploring together.